Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Erica. We are on day 9 of our 2026 Clean With Me series. So if you've missed any of the previous videos, we're doing a 10-day sewing room clean out, declutter, and organize series here on YouTube with the hopes of making your sewing space, whatever it is, clean, organized, and ready to go for 2026. If you've missed any of the previous videos, check out the playlist. I have it all saved here for you on YouTube, and I do have a free PDF download that's basically just a 10-day checklist. You can go through and check off and see your progress as you go. And hopefully you all join me on my Sew With Me group and Facebook by now. If not, make sure to do that. And we're sharing our before, during, and after pics in our group there. It's really fun to be able to see everyone's spaces. So we've done most of the hard work. Our sewing room should be looking pretty good at this point. Today we're going to be tackling those things that really for me get put off to the end every single time, and that's our larger items like our sewing machines, our irons, and our cutting areas. For your cutting mats, pull out all of your cutting mats, figure out what you have duplicates of, what you can donate and get rid of, what you for sure want to keep, and then anything you want to keep, clean them up. Just get a wet, damp towel, wipe them down, dry them off. If you have one of those cutting mat scrapers, you can use those. They're usually like little plastic, sometimes I use my rulers, but they're little plastic squares, and you can rub the edge of it along your mat, and it just smooths down all of those cuts that you have in there. There's also other ways to restore your cutting mats if you have one that you love and it's just getting too beat up. I think you can put them in the bathtub. There's lots of different things I've seen people do to restore their cutting mats. For me, I'm just going to wipe mine down, make sure they're all cleaned off, and then get rid of any duplicates that I have and add those into my donate pile. The other thing I'm going to work on today is my iron. So I'm really bad about cleaning off my iron face, and I do have a whole video here on how to clean your iron if you're interested, or if the face plate can get really kind of icky over time. Maybe if you got a fusible on it, or if you're using starch on your projects, that can all just build up on the face plate of your iron. So just take a few minutes today. If you have water in it, dump it out. Get fresh water in there, do a little rinse out, wipe your iron down, and then take care and clean that faceplate so it's ready to go for the new year. And I do recommend that you do that more than just once a year, but we're going to tackle it today anyway, just in case you haven't done it for a while. The other thing we're going to be doing today is working on our sewing machines. So whether you have one or you have multiples, we're going to go through those sewing machines and just do a quick clean out of them. If they need it, maybe schedule service for those machines that you've been setting aside, and then also go through your machines. And if you have several, maybe you got one when you first started sewing and you've now upgraded, maybe you're ready to let go of some of those other ones, donate them. 4-H clubs are a great idea for donated machines. Also, your local quilt guild might be able to help you figure out where to put those, and then also check with your local library. Our library has so many items you can check out I never knew. You can check out sewing machines, spinning wheels, all kinds of cool things, and so they might also be interested in your older machines. Just make sure that they're cleaned up and that they work before you go to donate them to somewhere like that. And of course, you want to keep your machines clean all throughout the year, and one little tip I have that I use my bobbins as a reminder. So I preload 5 bobbins. At the end of each bobbin, I will do a quick clean out of my machine, just grab my little brush and clean all the lint out of the bobbin area and just maybe wipe it down really quick. Once I get to all 5 of my bobbins used and I need to refill them, I will do a bigger clean for my machine. So I'll make sure it's all wiped down, make sure it's oiled. If you need to oil more frequently, obviously do that per your machine instructions, but I'll take the bottom off the machine, I'll take the face plate off, and just make sure that I really do a good clean out of that machine. I'll reload my 5 bobbins and then I'll start over again. So I do that all throughout the course of the year. And then like I mentioned, if you need to, you can schedule maintenance for any machines that you need to schedule maintenance for. If you have anything that's broken, maybe see if you can fix that. If it's something you can't fix, schedule it to be fixed. Or if it's just something that's just broken and just taking up space and it can't be fixed, now is the time to go ahead and get rid of that item. If you have anything to donate, go ahead and add those to your donate piles. And if you have machines that you want to get rid of, but you don't want to just donate them, another great option is Facebook Marketplace or your friends, your local quilt guilds, and you can see if anyone else is interested in that machine. You could also list it on something like Craigslist and just sell those older machines. A lot of times people are looking for beginner machines, maybe something for their kids or their grandkids, and reselling them is a great way to recoup some of that money, but also then get it out of your space and let it go to somebody else who's going to love and use it. All right, that's going to be it for today's assignment. Go through your machines, your cutting mats, and your irons, get everything cleaned off, get rid of any duplicates that you don't need anymore, and donate or sell them, whatever works the best for you. All right, that's it for day number 9, and we're done with all of the big, heavy lifting work for this series. Tomorrow is going to be the fun day where we're reorganizing, refreshing, and resetting our space for the new year. So make sure to join me back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for day number 10. Thank you so much for joining me for this series so far. I hope you're enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for day number 10.